Welcome back, everybody. It is so good to see you. I am really excited to start this vlog because I am going to be attempting filet crochet for the very first time ever. This is something I never really thought that I would be interested in approaching ever, either filet crochet or tapestry or anything like that, mostly because I thought it was going to be something that was super difficult. And don't get me wrong, I definitely understand that there are patterns that are really difficult, but the general process of making a tapestry or doing filet crochet, I saw some tutorials on like TikTok, and it just made me realize that I probably didn't have as much to worry about, maybe as much as I thought I did. From what I've seen, it's like mostly just like chains and double crochets and like learning to read charts. And if you are someone that has had like a lot of experience in crocheting but haven't tried it, you probably could have been trying to do this a lot sooner if you were interested, obviously. So for my first project, I'm going to be attempting this filet crochet sword chart by Guppy Crochet. It makes me think so much of Elden Ring, which is easily one of my most favorite games of all time. It was actually my most favorite game in my 2024 favorites video. So it just is gonna feel like a very fitting first filet crochet project. So I have already spent some time writing some notes about the chart and what I need to do, things like my chain length and which stitches I need to work into, what my turning chains are, and all of that other stuff. I watched a video. Hold on, let me pull this up so I can tell you which one I watched. I watched how to fillet crochet, 2 main ways to fillet crochet, material sizing and tips and tricks. And this is a video that is done by Divine Crochet. This video was incredibly helpful, especially because the math needed for the sword chart was the math that they used in this video. I have this yarn right here. This is the rainbow lace from Hobby. It's 100% mercerized cotton. This is a lace size 0, which I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I have a full understanding yet. Sizes and weights and things like that for lace cotton like this. So I have a feeling I think that this is actually bigger than what Guppy Crochet used on hers, and I figured for the most part it might not be a big deal. And if it turns out to be more of like a delicate lacy sort of thing, it's fine. It's just gonna go on my wall. Okay, I am so excited. I'm gonna stop yapping because I have been wanting to do this for a minute, and I'm just really excited. So I have actually made pretty decent progress on my project so far. I will just say I am definitely learning that with filet crochet this is taking a little bit longer and it's a little bit more work. Like, I have spent hours and this is what I have. But I'm really proud of it. Like, I feel like I can really start to see like the shape of the sword. The edges of this are definitely pretty ugly. It took me a second to kind of figure out what exactly I was doing with like the final edge and like where I was putting my hook and whatnot. And honestly, it's totally fine. Like, it's at the bottom, it's also on the edge, and like it's my first time doing this, so it's like there's definitely gonna be some acceptance of like I'm gonna do weird shit like that, and I'm just gonna like allow it to exist in the pattern. Working with the small thread is definitely taking some experience. I'm starting to get a little bit better with my speed and things like that. Like I definitely got more done today than I did last night. So I originally thought I was gonna have way more time to work on this project today, but my partner and I have decided we are actually doing a last minute flight out to go visit some family this weekend. So I've been having to do a little bit more like extra work, things like getting stuff set up for the cats and stuff like that, like before we're gone for a few days. But I am finally at the point now I can walk in and do some more work on this project. Now, I did have to frog quite a bit, unfortunately, because I mean, honestly, I wasn't like that far along anyway. So where the lines are, like where I was crossing through, that's how far I originally got. So like it was getting to a point where it was like, see some progress on the sword. But now you can see where these little X's are. So I had to completely frog back to that. I may have accidentally started moving maybe a little bit too fast, and I wasn't paying attention to where the bars were. And so I was actually accidentally skipping bars. And so I was actually short. But at the very least, this is going to be my primary project for the weekend when I'm on my trip. So I'm going to see how far I can get on this project tonight. I'm pretty much just going to be maybe hanging out, maybe chatting with some friends, or I'm just going to sit here and watch my friends' streams. Pretty tired because, and I literally just got back very late last night, and this day was just sort of spent recovering and catching up. I also got my period, so I am quite tired and I am running out of steam. But I have gotten so much work done out of my filet crochet project, and I just had to make sure that I showed you. So this is where I'm at. It's definitely wrinkly because it's just been sitting in my bag, but look at this. Oh my god, I have made so much progress. Those of you that are probably really experienced at this can probably see where my mistakes are. I definitely had looser tension at the bottom, and I've definitely gotten a little bit more tight and way more even towards the top. I don't really want to frog this whole project and redo it. Like I'm just gonna live with it. Like this is just my first time working with yarn this small, and I just didn't know how to keep the tension on it the way that I normally would. And honestly, the tension difference really is not that bad, but I do think that you can see it. However, I think like you have to really be looking, and for the most part, like I'm very proud of this. Now, one thing that is definitely trash is I did not really understand which loop to put it in at the beginning, whereas like now you can see I know where to put it and how to keep my tension on the edges. Again, just not gonna stress about it. It really does not look that good. It is mildly embarrassing to be putting this on camera, I am not gonna lie, but you know, this is also just part of the process. But you can see where I've marked off, so I really just have this much to go, and then I'm gonna add in a cute border. And I think I'm going to be done with this in no time. I am super excited because I have finished my project. Well, okay, I say finished very loosely, but you can see what I mean. Here it is. Oh my god, I love the design of this so much. Look at this. This looks incredible. I am so happy and so proud of the way that it turned out. I finished it up on stream today. So I guess what I was saying earlier about like it's like not quite finished or like quite where I want it. I plan on doing a border and a design very similar to what Guppy Crochet did herself. So I think from looking at it, it looks like there's an increase in each stitch. 2 rows of increases in every stitch, and then it's a ruffle border. I have never done a ruffle border before, so I don't really know quite what that entails. Still not super happy with the way the beginning looks, but it is what it is. I'm definitely thinking I'm gonna have to block like at least the top and the middle of it, so that way it at least matches up width-wise with where like the relaxed stitches are here. I have made so much progress since I last filmed. I put on this really cute scallop edge along the side here, and I think it looks absolutely adorable. And this is the result so far. It's a little wrinkly, obviously. You know, it's not quite looking perfect, but I just have this much to go. This is where I gotta end over here on this green marker. It is currently Memorial Day weekend, so my partner has the day off, and we've been grilling because it was also their birthday weekend as well too. And he's actually out there grilling right now, so I am gonna take my project out there and go enjoy some sun and some warmth. It is actually pretty late, and I am hopping on here because I almost forgot to give you a final update. I completely finished this. It is so beautiful. I did actually went ahead and blocked it. I just pinned it to some boards that I have, and then I just use a steamer. I went over it like 2 or 3 times just to like really make sure there were certain parts that didn't need some extra love, and I'm so glad that I did that because I feel like the design and the drape of it is just so gorgeous. It's so much more even now. I kind of feel like some of the mistakes and like looser stitches I had at the beginning, because these are now more relaxed, I feel like it blended the difference between the two a little bit better. Granted, with a really good eye, you can definitely still see where the stitches just got like a little bit too loose. But overall, like even when I pull back here, like I feel like by the time I pin it and put it in a frame and put it on the wall, you're not gonna probably be looking that close at it. But this was such an incredible first filet crochet project for me to dive into. I think something that made it so much easier, and I think that if you are interested in doing filet crochet, you might want to do this as well too, is that it is symmetrical on either side, so therefore like keeping track of like your rows and things like that were just like so much easier. If you are at all interested in filet crochet, I highly recommend going and getting this. It's a free chart. It's just so funny because I feel like when filet crochet these past few months like started becoming so much more popular and I was seeing all over TikTok, I was like, oh, that doesn't really seem like anything I would be interested in. And honestly, for the most part, it's kind of not. Like this is not really something I'm gonna get into all that much. But as soon as I laid eyes on this pattern by Guppy Crochet, I was like, I have to do that. It was like, if I don't do another filet crochet project ever again, I was like, I have to at least do this. There are some that I have in mind that I would like to do, but those are gonna be Christmas presents later on. But I had so much fun challenging myself and getting myself to do something new. My little Elden Ring from Soft Heart just feels so full right now, and I can't wait to put this up. Anyway, I am yammering and I'm so tired right now, and I waited a little too long to finish this video. So I'm exhausted. I am gonna get going. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Until the next video, please be kind to yourselves and be kind to one another. And we're gonna see you in the next video, which is gonna be super exciting. Stay tuned. I'm really excited for this one. Okay, bye.